Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to the Cuz Show's WrestleMania 31 review. We start with a WrestleMania Pre-Show, where there's two matches on the Pre-Show this year, which I don't know why they do this. They should have just made WrestleMania longer. Why they even do a Pre-Show?
Yeah, why not just start it at 6 o'clock at WrestleMania time instead of saying it was a Pre-Show? It made no sense.
It kind of takes away from the fact that you're in a WrestleMania match. And every time we look at these matches, we always know that they're going to be pretty much better than most of the matches on WrestleMania anyways.
Which they were.
Yes. So we come to the tag team match, which was a four-way match. Jey Uso, we knew ahead of time that he was injured, gets thrown into the railing really early in the match. First off, let me say their entrance was just boring. I mean, when they come out on a regular house show, they're more entertaining than that.
True.
That just didn't work for me from the beginning. Then with the injury, and then that happened so fast. But I'm glad that they kept Jimmy still in the match. That kept it entertaining.
Yeah, I'm also glad that JBL actually
that he acknowledged
about the injury prior to the match.
Yeah, because a lot of times
they don't do.
WWE doesn't do a lot of times, and they actually found that they did that a lot this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
They realized that the fans are a little bit smarter now, so
right, brought more reality to it.
Yeah, so it was a great match overall. It was very entertaining, very fast-paced. I loved this match. I thought it was better than the Intercontinental title match.
It was.
Yeah. The
two pre-show matches, I think, were the best two cards of the night.
Yep, definitely. We also had a appearance by Lita, where she was answering questions on Twitter, which was really cool seeing her. She looked really good. I love to see her in her casual attire. It was really funny, the joke that Booker made. It was a little under his breath where he said, "Makes you wonder why he would rather be out there than in the room with Lita."
It was so funny. I said that,
yeah,
and then he said that.
I was happy to have caught that. We added to this video. We're going to add in Bijou, who also really watches wrestling, and we wanted to get somebody else's opinion, so every now and then we're going to tap into him and see what he thinks about some of these matches. So let's move on to the next match. The next match was the Battle Royal, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. This is the second year that they did this. Curtis Axel had a big moment in this for him. I mean, even though he gets thrown out really early, this is just a defining moment for him. It's very important for a guy like him in his career.
For him to have to stop everybody there and rip off the shirt,
just having this attention on him, really
all
quick.
on him. That was amazing. Amazing moment.
New Day in the first match did great. Best match I've ever seen them in. Their chemistry is getting better, but in this match also you see them again teaming up, and you see that chemistry again with the three of them, and this was a big moment for New Day. Personally, we both agree we want to see these guys as heels. Booker T, another thing he said kind of under his breath, he agrees. So hopefully it happens. I don't know if we're going to see that anytime soon.
I don't know. I think it's too late for them at that point already. I think they should have started off as heels.
Yeah. So, Bijou, what did you think of this match overall?
What's up, Sal? What's up, Chris? Thanks for inviting me onto the show. So far, it's doing great. To see Big Show actually win that thing was happiness in my heart and eyes. I think he should have won it last year, but, being a winner this year, regardless, he's got it. He did a great job. Tossing people over the top rope, and again, it was one of my favorite matches.
The Intercontinental title match. This had a lot of great wrestlers in it. I expected a lot more from this match.
Yeah, it was an okay.
It was okay.
It was an okay match.
I wouldn't say it was WrestleMania great. I think I would have rather seen this on the Pre-Show.
One of their best ladder matches.
Yeah,
that they've had at WrestleMania.
Daniel Bryan, I was expecting more from him. Luke Harper basically did all the offense in this match.
Yeah.
Other than the one big bump that Dean Ambrose took, nothing was really that noticeable. Other than the crazy headbutts that won the match, which I thought was kind of weak.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall this match was okay to me. I would have liked to see it go a little longer, a little more entertaining.
Could have had a lot more spots. I mean, you have Ziggler in that match.
Ziggler and Daniel Bryan.
Where were these guys during this match? I mean,
don't know.
They were laying on the floor most of the time, and Harper did most of the. You saw Harper in the match most of the time.
Yeah,
you have all these high flying guys in this match, and none of them did anything. And then the headbutts at the end. What was that?
It was very disappointing. I don't know. So, Bijou, what did you think of the match? I don't know. Maybe you disagree with us?
Bad News Barrett was trying to retain it, but those odds are really against them. So I didn't really think he was going to win in the first place. But here was the big thing. These ladder matches, they have so many highlights in it, but the only thing I really remember is Dean Ambrose going over the top rope and snapping the ladder in half, and Daniel Bryan winning the championship with a few headbutts. Granted, headbutts are, pretty painful, but that was it. Just, to me, 2 highlights with 7 people. Wasn't that big of a deal to me.
All right, so Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton. This match pretty much went how we thought it would go. We knew these two match up great together. Again, beautiful finishing RKO once again by beautiful. Randy Orton. It never fails.
Nope.
But he always just comes up with a new way to do it, which is really entertaining. Pretty much went the way we figured it. We knew Randy Orton would win this match, and Seth Rollins would go on to cash in. While we were watching WrestleMania, there was a little disagreement between us and some of our friends. I'll put this question out to you fans. You can leave it in the comments. Is Randy Orton, in your opinion, a legend? Okay, so in my opinion, Randy Orton's a legend, but I want to hear from your opinion. Okay, so I already, I've talked to Bijou prior, and he says he's not.
Well, I disagree. I agree with you that
he is a legend.
I mean, the guy has been in 12 WrestleManias. He's been how many times world champion?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, and he's had so many epic
the youngest
matches
to win the title.
How are you going to disagree that he's not going to eventually be a legend?
Yes.
I mean that he is. I'm sorry.
And this is coming from somebody that doesn't even really like him.
I don't like Randy Orton.
But you cannot deny, in our opinion, that he is a legend. But if you disagree, leave it in the comments. We want to see why. Sting versus Triple H match. What did you think of that?
I think I was disappointed with the Sting entrance. I thought I was expecting a lot more with this entrance.
I personally liked the entrance. I was expecting a big entrance from Sting. It wasn't as big as I thought it would be, but I was happy with the entrance.
It was a little bit different than what he's been normally coming out to.
Yeah, I'm just glad that he didn't just walk
out like he
used to.
I still think that he should have had a bigger entrance than what he had.
Yeah, now the Triple H entrance, I really loved. Yes. Triple H never fails when it comes to entrances. Our one big disappointment it wasn't dark enough. It wasn't dark enough. Yeah. This entrance, if it was dark outside, this would have been just unbeatable.
His best entrance ever.
Ever.
Best entrance out of anybody, even the Undertaker's.
Which sucks that it just happened to be that it had to be during the daytime.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's going to be most of their problems.
Great, and this is his homage to one of his idols, Schwarzenegger. And friends. So I really agree. Now, let's get into this match. We had some interference, DX and NWO. What were your opinions on that?
I didn't like the interference. I think it took away from the match. I think it ruined the match.
I totally agree. I think it took away from the match. I would like to see these two guys go at it, just the two of them, head to head in a wrestling match. I think it took away from it. I was really disappointed. And the other thing is, how are you supposed to not believe now that Kevin Nash and Triple H are not best friends?
Yeah, they're not the best friends.
And to see Kevin Nash attacking X-Pac, it was just ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
They're butt buddies. I mean, how are you going to not...
They are butt buddies. They're inseparable. I mean, he's basically part of NWO. So
I mean, I understand what their thinking was going into this. NWO versus DX.
Yeah, we want WCW versus WWE.
Right, exactly. But no.
Which also NWO and Sting hated each other.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a smart wrestling fan,
this didn't make sense.
Stupid. It didn't make sense. But if you're a casual fan, you're like, because
just to see them. Just to see them out there. But for us, this was for people who actually watched it as it was happening. It ruined this match for me, and it was a shame because I'm such a big Triple H fan.
Yeah,
and as soon as he came out,
nice shirt, by the way.
Oh. Thank you. We love Triple H, but this just didn't do it for us. Yeah, so now let's go to Bijou and see what he had to say about this match.
So it was like WCW versus WWE, and guess what happened? you had NWO versus DX. I think people fantasized about that thing in the 90s, the early 2000s, and you know what? 2015, it actually happened.
All right, now we go to the Cena Rusev match, which I really thought this was going to be a great match. It was a good match.
It was a good match. Yeah. I think it could have been better.
Well, I think their last match was better.
Yeah, it was.
Their last match was definitely better. Yeah. But Rusev's entrance was actually, I was so proud of him. I mean, for a rookie.
Yeah. For a rookie, that's the best entrance for a rookie ever, I think.
And it was one of our favorite entrances of the night.
It was one of them. Yeah.
The tank, the music, it just really got you into it.
Yeah, it made me very proud. It made Omega very proud. It's like, one of our two guys that night that we felt proud of.
Yeah.
It's like watching your child, being brought up, because we've been watching them since the beginning.
Yeah.
Coming up.
We're happy to see these new guys coming up and
Rusev
doing good.
Is one of our favorite.
If they deserve
guys.
it, they deserve it.
And
he's definitely one that deserves it.
He deserves it, yes.
Yeah, that was a great entrance. Now, Cena's entrance.
Usual.
I mean,
he had the video package. I was thinking he would come out with the Rocky, start off with maybe the Rocky music, because that's what they were going with. The whole
was
Rocky.
The video package supposed to really impress me? Because it did.
I think I walked out of the room. I mean, it was really nothing. I'm sorry,
usually he tries to do a little something, but he didn't.
I was expecting maybe at least the American soldiers. Again, maybe him coming out with or something. But
nothing.
Just the video package. He comes out to his music, and that's.
And then the commentator saying how amazing the video package was, which it was okay. But that was very disappointing. The match ended pretty good. I mean, I couldn't keep my attention off of Lana. I mean, she looked amazing tonight. I think that's the best I've ever seen her.
The first half of the match was boring to me, and all my attention was on
slow.
Lana.
Yeah, all of our attention was on Lana.
But then it started to pace up a little bit more, and it was I was getting more interested in it. I was hoping for a Rusev win, because I didn't think John Cena, or we didn't think that John Cena needed to win that title, but it was inevitable that that he was going to win that title that night, because it was WrestleMania and he was fighting for America. Yeah. So now we have John Cena as the U.S. champion once again. Which
I understand, they're trying to make the titles more important. I mean, there's no saying that there's no reason Rusev can't do that, but
right.
But it worked out good, and I know it'll work out good for Rusev, because this was a big day for him.
And he's going to win that title back again. I think at Extreme Rules he gets that title back.
I see way more in his future than that title.
If
he keeps this up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was really interesting, and after this podcast, I'm probably going to go look at some pictures of Lana.
I agree.
So. So Bijou, what did you have to say about this match? Did you like it? Were you also staring at Lana?
Honestly, regardless of the match, I think my attention was mostly on Lana. I think a lot of people are going to agree with that, because the last couple of weeks, people were chanting, "We want Lana." So, guess what? I want Lana. No surprise.
Then we had this segment with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, which was okay, but then The Rock comes out. To me, this was just, I really didn't care for this. I really could care less seeing The Rock at WrestleMania. I know all the fans loved it, but
I think it was a great segment, but it should have happened on Raw.
Yeah, this is a TV segment. This is not a WrestleMania segment. They took away time from the matches. They could have put those pre-show matches in this and made it shorter.
Right.
This should have happened on Raw. It was cool seeing Ronda Rousey out there. Still. Should have happened on Raw.
Should have happened on Raw.
Should have happened on Raw.
She is beautiful.
I love Ronda Rousey. That was
But
great seeing her.
Raw
Stephanie
segment.
looked amazing too.
Definitely
always looked amazing.
Always.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, the end was cool seeing The Rock and Triple H go at it. But then again, we've seen this a million times.
Yeah.
So we don't need to see this.
They've teased us several times this year, so I'm not surprised.
I want to see I like seeing Triple H fight these guys that are newer.
1999, 2000, 2001, 2002. We've seen Triple H versus The Rock, but the new generation.
This is for the new generation, for you guys that haven't seen this yet, really live. in person. But in our
I
generation,
still
it happened
think,
basically every week.
For me, as a Rock fan and as a Triple H fan, I wouldn't mind seeing this match again. They will put on a good match.
Yeah, they'll put on a good match.
know, they both,
just don't talk about it on WrestleMania.
Yeah, don't talk about it on WrestleMania.
Yeah. Unless you're going to straight out call him out and say WrestleMania next year, which you didn't do, Rock, which I thought you were going to do. And the main event, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. This match was amazing. Amazing. Me personally, I liked the two pre-show matches. All the rest of the WrestleMania matches were okay to good to me, not really WrestleMania status.
Right.
This match made that all up.
Correct.
Brock Lesnar once again
Dominated.
made the match. I mean, that match when he did Cena and Seth Rollins, amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot deny this guy is amazing.
Yes.
This match was very physical and very entertaining. There was blood, which was great to see. The funny thing is the blood was always on Brock
Lesnar,
even though Roman Reigns was taking the beating. So we were joking around that every time he punches Roman Reigns, does Brock feel it? Does he bleed?
It's like a voodoo curse.
Yeah, it's kind of like a voodoo curse. But yeah, it was good. A lot of suplexes, and the way they had Roman Reigns played this match perfectly. He took the beating like he was supposed to, and his offense was perfect. He came back perfectly. It was believable. It wasn't stupid and just ridiculous that he wasn't just getting up out of nowhere with energy all of a sudden. It flowed really well. I love this match.
Yeah, hit the pole, got some blood flowing down.
Yeah, so it gave
losing blood. So
gives reason to the whole loss.
Right.
So now let's talk about the cash in back. So.
Which was shocking, but not shocking because of how it was done.
No, the way I knew it would happen is if Seth lost to Orton, he would cash in. If he won, he wouldn't. That's what I figured. In our previous video, that's kind of what I mentioned. But
yeah, but
we didn't know he would do it the way he did it.
Right, exactly.
So we were expecting one of the guys to win. First. I guess first,
like usually, but that's good because it's different. It's unique.
Yeah,
it's not the same as how it's usually done.
First time at WrestleMania.
First time at WrestleMania too. So unique and first time at WrestleMania.
But this is another guy made me so proud. Posted about it on Twitter, OmegaMan2112. I'm really proud to see these young guys stepping up that can actually wrestle. So good for them. And Roman Reigns, you proved that you could be a main event guy. You did it. You didn't get the belt, which, was pretty much the right thing to do. They should give it to Seth Rollins. Yeah. He rightly deserves it. Yeah.
Earned it, yeah.
But you still got to prove yourself. So everybody won in this match. Everybody.
Yeah. Because
even Brock Lesnar.
Right.
Because, so
Brock Lesnar you can't go wrong with.
No. So now, Bijou, what did you think of this match? Did you like it as much as us?
My prediction was Brock wins, then Seth Rollins cashes it in. Instead, it turned into a three-way match, which kind of caught me off guard. I didn't think it would be something official, but they officially called it a three-way match in the middle. And very easily, Seth Rollins just got in there and won the championship. The only thing that's a little weird to me is that Seth lost to Randy Orton earlier that night, and Brock really didn't lose the match in the first place. I guess I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. It's not that he didn't lose it, he didn't get pinned. So where does that leave Brock Lesnar? Where does that leave Randy Orton? And where does that leave Roman Reigns? Aside from that, I just want to thank you for letting me join the show. And again, I hope you guys the best.
All right, BG, thank you for giving your opinions on WrestleMania 31.
Yeah, it's really cool for you to make time to be on the show. And glad you've been watching our videos and you like what we've been putting out. And we'll see about seeing you on here again.
Definitely.
All right.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Then we go to the Undertaker and Bray Wyatt entrances.
Bray Wyatt, different, but I didn't like it.
It has to be dark. It has. It's
not
dark.
Yeah. These matches have to be dark for Undertaker and Bray Wyatt entrance. I mean, like Undertaker, he did his usual entrance. There was nothing special about it, but just in the dark, it would have been much better.
I do have to say, he does look like he's been working out.
Oh, yeah, when he got in the ring and he took the coat off, he looked incredible.
But you could tell his cardio isn't where it used to be.
Well, he can't go against a guy that's 20 years younger than him.
That was one of my only problems with the match, was that it was kind of obvious that Bray Wyatt is slowing down his pace for you. Because if you see previous Bray Wyatt matches, I mean, Bray Wyatt goes at it.
Yeah.
But it was a decent match. It was pretty good.
It was decent.
I liked it more than the Undertaker Brock Lesnar match, which I didn't really find that match too that entertaining. But
Undertaker really wasn't doing much in that match.
Right. All right. So overall, it was a pretty good WrestleMania. It had some great matches and some okay matches.
It was decent.
None of I wouldn't say all the matches were good, but
it wasn't a WrestleMania. Didn't feel like WrestleMania.
Yeah, but that last match made up for it, and that last match, I would say, definitely had a WrestleMania feel, and was at a WrestleMania pace. So awesome job to Brock Lesnar. I'm glad that you re-signed with the company. So that was our review on WrestleMania 31. So we'll catch you guys next week. If you have any agreements or disagreements, leave it in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to Omega Man 2112 and also follow me on Twitter. And see you guys next week.
Best tag team champions ever.
Yeah, right, sucker.